Hello everyone, this is Fandom Writer here, and today I have yet another Donnie X Reader story. So as I mentioned before, I was going to make one last Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle one-shot before I go on a break for that series for a while, because I'm going to be reading off all of the other stories I haven't gotten a chance to read, and also write more stories for you guys and everything, like the Kyo X Reader, the Gravity Falls X Reader, the Doctor Strange X Reader, all that stuff. So I have quite a few things planned, and I honestly don't know how long it's going to take me to write everything, but I do want to write a video for every story that I do complete and everything. But as mentioned before, this is a 2012 X Donnie Reader story, and this one is simply called Sacrifice. Let's get started. You laid in a bed in Donnie's room in a coma. You've been asleep for almost 2 weeks now, and Donnie was right there the whole time. He always sat right next to you, waiting for you to wake at the moment. How did this all happen? He thought to himself. And now for a flashback. You and the turtles were fighting against some crankbots in a hostage situation. At first things were going smoothly, and no one was getting hurt, but then something happened. A cranebot with a large sword appeared behind Donnie in an attempt to stab him. "Donnie, watch out!" you yelled. Out of instinct, you went between the two of them and took the stab wound for yourself. "Your name!" Donnie shouted. He then caught you as you fell backwards. To him, the rest was all fuzzy, but his brother said that he must have taken out at least 10 or 15 cranebots in anger. Now for a time skip. It's been over 3 weeks since you went into a coma, and Donnie was really starting to lose his marbles. He refused to go on patrol in the slim chance you would awake while he was gone. While not eating or sleeping would seem normal for him, what really worried his brothers and father was one simple fact. The fact that he had also refused to go into his lab. He spent all of his time in his room with you. The only person Donnie actually spoke more than a few words to was Sensei. He knew he could trust his father. Donnie at the moment left you alone to go to the restroom, and when he exited, Splinter had also left the dojo. "Hello, Donatello. How is your name?" Donnie somewhat flinched at the mention of your name, but he somehow held his composure. "She's still sleeping," he said in a monotone voice. "My son, why don't you take a break? Your brothers are worried about you, as am I." I can't leave her alone." "Would you like to talk about it, Donatello?" Donnie sighed in response and walked over to Splinter. He led Donnie into the dojo, and they both sat down. "I just don't know what she was thinking. I could have handled myself, but she could have gotten herself killed instantly. I hate the fact that she did that." Splinter stroked his chin in response and was silent for a second, but then spoke. "Do you perhaps know why she had done it, Donatello?" Donnie was taken aback by this question, but shook his head. Sensei chuckled. "She did it because she's in love with you, Donatello." Donnie's eyes widened and Sensei chuckled. But Donnie didn't get the chance to respond, as Mikey burst into the dojo and yelled out, "Guys, your name's awake!" "What?" Donnie jumped up and hurried into his room. There, inside his bed, was you. Your eyes were barely open, but you were awake all right. "Your name!" Donnie yelled. He shoved Mikey away from you and grabbed your hand. "Dude!" "Your name. Are you hurting anywhere? Are you okay? Can you speak?" Donnie began shotgunning you with questions, and he smiled. You put a finger on his lips as to quiet him. He stopped talking within an instant, and you turned to the others. "Guys, I think me and Donnie need to talk. Alone," you croaked out. The turtles looked at each other and began filing out. Once they were gone, you looked back at him. "I'm sorry, Donnie. I know you're going to lecture me on what I did, but I just want you to know that I did it for a reason," you spoke. Donnie's eyes then flooded with tears and poured down his face. He put his head in his hands and sobbed quietly. "Know your name. I should be the one who's sorry. I wish I could have taken it instead of you. I thought I lost you for good. I didn't realize it until you were almost gone, but..." He looked up and locked eyes with you. "I love you, your name. More than April. More than any other girl in all of New York. The fact you were willing to do that for me means the whole galaxy to me," he said as he kissed your cheek. By this point, you felt tears stream softly down your face, but you weren't sad. Not in the slightest. Donnie, you pulled his face closer to your own, wiping a tear away from his face with your finger. I love you too. I'd gladly do this all over again, no matter what, if it meant being here, right now, right here, with you. Despite all the pain I'm going through right now, I definitely don't regret it in the slightest. You then leaned up and with all of your whole strength and kissed him on the lips. It didn't matter how much pain you and him have gone through within the past few weeks. You both were beyond happy, and you both had a feeling it was going to stay that way for a long time. The end. I am actually extremely proud of this story. Obviously, I wish I could have done a little bit more out of this than I did, obviously, but some people really seemed to enjoy it, and I had so much fun making it. And yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be making this a one-shot for the rest of the Turtles, where the reader sacrifices himself for the Turtles, or if this is just going to be a Donnie exclusive thing, or what, but I might do it as a one shot for the rest of the Turtles if people really seem to like this one and want it for the rest of the Turtles. But anyway, guys, this is Fandom Writer, and I'll be seeing you all very soon. Bye bye.